Greetings. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's live session. You can call me Ann Green. So, we're going to dive right in here. So, imagine this. What if you could break free from the 9 to 5 grind, generate a steady stream of passive income, and do all of this without spending a dime on marketing or bugging your friends and family? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick around because today I'm going to show you exactly how it's possible. Okay, so a little bit about me. I had a stable career in education until June 2024 when my job was unexpectedly cut. With the unexpected shift, I have more time to design my own life. So we're going to have a little bit of story time. So it's been a few seasons back now, but my mom and I, we had went to the seafood festival. She asked me if I wanted to go, so I said, "Yeah, let's go check it out." Neither one of us had ever attended before, so we get there. There's lots of businesses, lots of people out there, vendors vending. So I come across this sign that says free massage, and so I was like, "Okay, yeah, I want a free massage." And this is where I discovered my future chiropractor. So the chiropractor was offering a really good deal for a full body X-ray exam. So I wasn't going to do that part initially. I just wanted the free massage. So he's massaging me, and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to stop because I don't want you to be sore." And I was like, "Okay." I was sore though already for the rest of the day. And he was like, he said he did discover something, but he can't say what it is because you need to see X-rays, right? So by the next business day, I was there. I had an appointment. So let's look at my before and my after. So this is my before. This is my after. So we take the X-rays. The doctor is looking at the X-rays. He's looking at me. I'm looking at the X-rays. And he's like, "Do you ever have back pain?" And I'm like, "No, never had any back pain." So, you guys, I was a hot mess, a very hot mess, like physically. And my spine was degenerating. My organs weren't working at their highest capacity. Meanwhile, I didn't know any of this. And I'm looking at a crooked spine and seeing things leaning. And it's not like you got to be a rocket scientist to see that things aren't in alignment. So we're going to start with the cervical spine. So my cervical spine, the vertebrae is supposed to be open, and there should be like some curvature, but mine was like the vertebrae was fusing together and closing up, and then no curvature, just like straight up. So you see here in my after, there's some slight curvature, and my cervical spine is no longer fusing together. So then I had the scoliosis. Here you see all this curvature. I no longer have the scoliosis. We got that straightened out. And then when I would lay on the table, I had one leg way out of place. Never felt it, never knew, just totally out of alignment, and didn't have the knowledge base, didn't feel anything, couldn't compare anything to anything. So the doctor had told me, had I waited a season or two longer, I would have needed a surgery. So my pelvis was also twisted up. I never knew. I didn't know that either, right? So we start the adjustments. I start off the first week 5 days straight. Then after that, 3 times a week, every week after that. And so for like the first 6 weeks, my body is just super sore. And this is not like, oh, you did some exercise and your body's sore and it'll start to go away. My body was sore for like a good 6 weeks, and it was totally different than some exercise soreness. This was like deep down in the nerve soreness, and like my I had so much subluxation, and the bones were just holding tension and just stuck in these places, and it was just a mess. So 3 months in, I started to see blood, right? Because now we things are starting to integrate, at least, or starting to come together or start moving with this pelvis. So I started bleeding, and initially it was just a little bit of blood, so I was okay with that. But then it became more and more and more blood, and I was like, I can't just bleed this out. And that's what the chiropractor wanted. He wanted me to bleed it out naturally until it stopped. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do that because this is my energy. This is impacting me. I'm still getting up and going to work every day and with a sore body, and then this bleeding. It was just getting to be too much. So he gave me, he told me some herbs to get on. So I took those herbs, and, the bleeding stopped. So, okay. So through these adjustments, right? Um, I start to feel like a draining, right? A draining that happens starting from the back of my head, down my neck, down my back. And I'm like, doctor, what is this? Is this fluid? Or because it felt like fluid draining down my back and neck. And so he said, no, it was just pressure being taken off the nerve. And I felt that too. I was like, oh, okay. Meanwhile, I thought everything was all good. I'm thinking I'm feeling good. And lo and behold, I'm not. I was turning into an old lady. So in my before here, I'm 5'2 3/4". At this after X-ray, I'm like 5'3 1/2", on my way to 5'4". So the doctor is measuring me. So like a parent measures their child, like, oh, when you were 3, you grab that pencil or some kind of marker and measure the wall, mark the wall. And so my doctor was doing that, and we were seeing rapid results because he kept saying, you're going to be taller. You're going to be taller. You're going to grow taller. And I was like, oh, okay, that's amazing. I am. So I got taller. I got in alignment for sure. Um, so initially, like during my before x-rays, we took tests. We took mobility tests, or I was tested on my mobility. And so my numbers were low, especially by the standards. So, they were testing my reach and the stretch and all of that. And I had limited reach. So, fast forward, by the time we took this after x ray, I surpassed all my numbers, my initial numbers, the standard numbers. I just surpassed everything. Like I was able to reach, stretch, do all of that with no limitations. So that was fantastic. So it was an absolute amazing experience. I learned so much. Like going in, I didn't know anything. And then continuing and going through the process, I became like a junior chiropractor. So like the spine is like the foundation, the skeletal is the foundation of the body. So if that spine is not in alignment, there will be some things happening in the body, whether you know about it or not, that aren't working like they're supposed to. So it was definitely a transformative experience. The chiropractor put up my testimony in the chiropractor's office because I had such phenomenal results. Like a perfectly straight spine is a 0. I started off with a 14, a 0 or a 1, perfectly straight spine. And so during my before, I was like at a 14, crooked, gangster leaning, lumbar, thorax, everything just out of alignment, really. And so once we tested again, I was at a 7. I don't think we continue to test that aspect anymore, but transformation was taking place um, from a health standpoint, like organs working at their highest capacity in alignment. The doctor had said to me, um, your clothes may start to fit differently. You may drop a couple pounds because now you're in alignment. Everything went up. The stomach went in and went up. Breasts went up. It was transformative, and every moment of discomfort was worth it because while I was with that sore body for like 6 weeks, I was going to bed every day at 8 o'clock. Nobody told me I had to do that, but I had to do that because I was wore out, and by that time, and then I wanted my body needed to rest, and then I know I was still going to work, but I mean I still had time to rest and recover, days off and weekends and breaks and all of that. So it all worked out, but um, I ended up being taller, feeling better, pressure taken off the nerve, life changed, just totally in alignment, right? Versus being out of whack. So I'm grateful for finding out before needing a back surgery because you don't want anyone to do any kind of surgery on your back if you can help it. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people still running around here with crooked spines and don't even know it. So I highly recommend anyone go and empower yourself with knowledge of self, knowledge of what's happening in your body, and see where you stand because you could be feeling a lot better, if you're not feeling good and then spine is not on alignment. So any kind of menstrual discomfort that I had, which I never really had too much of that, um, but after adjustments, it was, I didn't feel anything after that. It would just be smooth sailing. So one of my biggest takeaways from that experience was that you could be feeling good and thinking everything is all good, but meanwhile, it's the total opposite happening in the body. Spine was out of alignment, organs weren't working at their highest capacity, um, just body totally out of whack. It's like it could just, you don't know and you don't know what you don't know, right? But that was one of my biggest takeaways is that something could be happening in the body, even when you think you feeling good and that things are all good, and it's really not. So my message is to go check on yourself, see where you stand, empower yourself with knowledge of about your health. All right, so that's story time for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that and learned something from it. All right, so we're going to talk stats here. E-learning is exploding right now in 2019. It was a $950 million industry. By 2023, it was pulling in $1 billion every single day. In 2024, 1.2 billion a day is being made. So we're in 2024 now. So that means every day of this year so far, 1.2 billion was made in the e-learning industry. And get this, by 2027 it's projected to hit 3 billion a day. That's crazy, insane, and amazing. So the question is, how can you tap into this gold mine and finally leave that job behind if that's something you want to do? What if I told you that you could design high quality digital products or programs and achieve time freedom? But wait, before you jump in, let's consider the risk. What if it doesn't generate sales? It might take months to produce, and then you'll have to market it. Sounds like a lot of work. Sounds exhausting, right? But what if there was a faster, more efficient way to success? Introducing done for you programs. These are at the cutting edge of industry trends, requiring lower initial investments and offering a strong ROI. These programs are already market proven, which means you can confidently step in knowing there's demand. Plus, they're created by industry experts. So you're not just selling a product, you're leveraging years of expertise. So, in just 118 days, our community has generated over 13 million in revenue, 100% profit. That's right, I said it. Every single penny goes directly into the pockets of our community members. So, imagine consistently earning 10,000 every month. What would that mean for you? Would you consider walking away from your current job? Okay, so you got some questions to think about here. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the financial exciting activities that some of my community members have been experiencing. So let's read what Michelle has to say. The momentum shifts are amazing. Each new module brings new information. I just get giddy and excited. That's all. Today, I'm just looking forward to creating new ads. 1 month for me, and I had 6,300 in sales. Woohoo! All right, so congratulations to Michelle. She made 6,300 this month. She got a piece of that industry, that e-learning industry pie. All right, so let's read what Emily has to say. She made her first sale. Y'all, I think I'm literally in shock. Life got crazy and I gave up on my business 2 months ago. But I woke up from a nap today to my first $900 sale. What? Go, Emily. So Emily quit, gave up on herself, gave up on the business. And then because this business works for you 24/7 on autopilot, she woke up to $900. That's phenomenal, exciting, that's supercalifragilistic, all of that. When Michelle says your videos are always out there working for you, she means it. I haven't touched my TikTok in 2 months, but I have a video that took off and is now at 45K views. Now I'm not sure what to do. Does my customer automatically get the program sent to them, or is there something I need to do to make sure they get it? I'm freaking out. So, congratulations to Emily. I bet you she got back involved in the business since she saw results, and know that this is totally possible. Totally possible. All right, so here's how it works. We've created a system that allows you to tap into 3 income streams, generating $100, $300, and $600, all through an automated sales process. With 5 billion people on social media, the potential is limitless. Imagine a process that runs on autopilot. 20 people a day subscribe, and if just one out of those 20 buys, that's 600 a day in your pocket. Passive income made simple. All right, so let's look at some more supercalifragilisticexpialidocious results. Let's read what Ashley has to say. Consistent $900 days never get old. This program is such a blessing. 100K in 3 months. So let's let's look at this for a moment. So January, February, March, right? So let's say she started in January. By March, she made 100K in 3 months. 90 days, she made 100K. That's super califragilistic expialidocious. Phenomenal. Then turn around in 2 more months. So let's say 5 months is May, January, February, March, April, May, right? In May, 5 months, she made 200K, another 100K. So, and 7 months in, I'm still changing lives by helping people learn how to monetize their scroll online. These payments came in while in the car line, at my hubby's birthday dinner, while sleeping, while spending time with the kids. Passive income is incredible. it's, it absolutely is incredible. So, congratulations to Ashley. Amazing work. So, are you ready to become part of a vibrant community, guided step by step from launch to profitability? In just 3 days, you could have your online business live and ready to start earning. My community is the number one community on school, offering unparalleled support and guidance throughout the process. We're 36,000 strong and growing. So, if that's not enough, we've packed in some amazing some amazing bonuses to ensure your success, which include the Canva course, our 1 million in 17 months blueprint, and access to the digital growth community. Plus, you'll get the 30-day market strategy growth plan and resources to start your online business with MRR and 200 digital products. So, if you're ready to take control of your future, you're ready for the transformation, then head over to my funnel at www.dailypaygrowthautomation.com and dive in. If you would like to follow me on social media, I'm on YouTube, LinkedIn, as well as Twitch. So, thanks for tuning in today. This concludes my presentation. Have a fantastic day and take care of yourself. Bye now.